We start our journey today in the DIMBULLA region, which lies on the western side of the central mountain massif. The altitude ranges from around 4,000 feet up to 5,000 feet. And the temperatures start, or the highs are around 24 degrees, while the lows are around 14 degrees throughout the year. Now, DIMBULLA is probably the most famous tea region in Sri Lanka, and I would venture to say that the vast majority of Ceylon tea sold in tea bag form probably contains DIMBULLA teas. Now, if you were to look at the DIMBULLA tea, you will see that it has a bright red infusion, and if you were to taste the tea, it's strong, it's full-bodied, and it has a lovely, smooth, velvety finish. And importantly, it has this lovely floral character. During the months of January, February and March, when we have the northeast monsoon, these inherent characters are intensified. And during these 3 months, we have what is called the DIMBULLA season, where the floral aroma is much stronger. And this character is what makes DIMBULLA a world-renowned region. We now move on to the eastern part of the central mountain massif, where we find the Uva tea region. The tea gardens here range from around 3,500 feet up to 4,500 feet in elevation, and the temperatures, similar to DIMBULLA, range from lows of around 14 degrees Celsius to highs of around 24 degrees. Now, an interesting fact is that probably the most famous name in tea, the entrepreneur Thomas J. Lipton, once owned tea gardens right here in Uva. Now, Uva teas are significantly different in comparison to DIMBULLA teas. They're strong, full-bodied, and have a slightly astringent finish. But the standout character of Uva is its natural light menthol aroma. And as I explained earlier, during the months of July and August, the teas in the Uva region become intense. The natural aroma in this tea gets intensified due to the effects of the southwest monsoon. Were you to compare a DIMBULLA seasonal tea with an Uva seasonal tea, you will find that the Uva teas are far more aromatic. This is probably why these particular teas fetch premium prices during the Uva season and are sought after by the smaller premium segment of the tea market, which sell the teas to specialty customers. We now come to the very top of the central mountain massif, where the region of NUWARA lies. The tea gardens here range from around 6,000 feet and extend above 7,000 feet. The temperatures are colder here, lows around 7 to 8 degrees and highs in the 20s. Now, NUWARA is distinct. It is different from other regions. The colder climate, the dynamic weather imbues these teas with characteristics not found in other regions. If you were to look at the tea, it is amber colored in appearance, and when you taste it, it's light-bodied. It has a slight astringency, but highly aromatic. Now, during the months of January, February, March, when the northeast monsoons are active, we find that these aromas are that much more intensified, and the floral character of this tea is that much more intense. And quite interestingly, some of the tea gardens which face the easterly direction, when the winds are blowing from the southwest, also brighten up and have these unique aromatic notes to them. NUWARA teas are reminiscent of oolong for their floral character. NUWARA is acknowledged as the champagne of Ceylon tea. The tea region of Kandy takes its name from the historical city which was the seat of the last kingdom of the royal era, which ended in the 1800s. It is also the birthplace of the Ceylon tea industry. The first cultivation of tea was at a tea estate by the name of Lulkandara, which is located in the Kandy region. In 1866, thanks to the untiring efforts of the resident Scottish planter, James Taylor, the first consignment of 23 pounds of Ceylon tea was exported to England. This marked the birth of the Ceylon tea export industry. In the 1880s, when the reigning crop coffee began to fail, it was tea that became the savior, thanks to the pioneering efforts of Taylor. The tea fields of Kandy lie at an altitude of 2,000 to 3,000 feet. The temperatures are warmer, with highs in around 30 and lows of around 19 degrees. Were you to look at the tea liquor, you will note that it's a deep, dark red. And if you were to taste it, they are strong, have a heavy mouthfeel, and subtle notes of sweet caramel. Now, the Kandy region doesn't necessarily get the seasonal character that is found with teas of high elevations. But what makes Kandy special is that it has the mellow characters of higher elevation teas, along with the strong and full-bodied characters that we find at regions at low elevations. Now our next section will cover these lowland regions. Tropical lowland regions of SABARAGAMUWA and RUHUNA, which extend from the foothills all the way down to the southern coastal belt, can be considered Sri Lanka's black gold. These two regions account for almost 60% of Ceylon tea production. Given the frequent rainfall and the warm and humid climate, the tea leaves grow larger and faster in comparison to the tea bushes at higher altitudes. In addition, the strong sunshine imbues the leaf with a higher chlorophyll content. All of these combine to allow the tea maker to make more than 20 grades of tea, ranging from the largest grade, which is Orange Pekoe A, which is medium bodied in taste, to the smaller varieties like the BOP Special, which is strong and full bodied. A unique characteristic of this tea is it has a sweet caramel aftertaste, which mingles beautifully with the heavy mouthfeel that these teas have. It is no wonder that these regions supply Sri Lanka's key export markets, which are the Middle East, North Africa, Russia, and the CIS countries. Now let's examine a few grades from the regions of SABARAGAMUWA and RUHUNA. Let's start with the leafy grades. This one is an OPA or Orange Pekoe A. It is the largest grade of tea produced in Sri Lanka, and it's bold in appearance, and this particular example is jet black. The brew is medium bodied in taste. We next move on to Orange Pekoe 1 or OP1. This example is thin and wiry. When brewed, it's light bodied and sweet in taste. We then come on to a grade which is quite unique, and it is called Pekoe. This particular example is shorty and well rolled in appearance. The tea, medium bodied and thick in taste. Now we come on to the flowery grades. This is a flowery broken orange pekoe or FBOP, which makes a great breakfast tea given its body and strength. And this variety is a prized one. This is a flowery broken orange pekoe Fanning's extra special one with its preponderance of golden tips. The tea bud, when produced using the orthodox method, turns a light yellow to dark yellow depending on the production. The teas are light bodied and sweet in taste. And finally, for those of you who like your tea strong, you can't do better than a BOP special. It's a strong tea with a thick mouthfeel. These are but a sample of the almost 25 grades of tea that the unique region of Sabaragamuwa and RUHUNA produce. The rarest and the most premium Ceylon tea is silver tips. It is entirely handmade using the tender bud of a special varietal of the tea plant, which produces a long apical bud and dark green leaves. Early morning, before the sun has arisen, the buds are expertly plucked and placed in special cotton pouches to protect their unique silvery down. They are then spread on wooden surfaces and dried using filtered sunlight for a few hours each day. This careful process over a period of 4 to 5 days yields this beautiful tea, olive green in color with a unique character. If you look at the infusion, It's a lovely pale yellow. And when you taste the tea liquor, it's a delicate tea with subtle fruity notes, reminiscent of apricots and summer fruits. And the nose is delicately floral. It is a sublime tea, a tea for moments of quiet contemplation. We conclude here. Ceylon is a unique origin. With its 7 regions and almost 27 grades of tea, there is a tea for every palate, for every moment, for every occasion. No wonder Ceylon is the world's most favorite tea. Thank you.